Hello, everyone, and happy holidays. 2018 Hogwarts Radio crew here, Terrence, Jeff, and Gretchen, set to record a movie commentary for you guys. This should be a lot of fun. Of course, this has absolutely nothing to do with Harry Potter, but it's one of those holiday classics that a lot of people seem to enjoy.
You're telling me Daniel Radcliffe isn't in this movie?
Almost. Almost. No. But there are some not Potter connections, but like production.
I'd say Potter connection. And you could say Macaulay Culkin was a precursor to Daniel Radcliffe.
That's very true. Mm-hmm. Today we're going to be watching the movie Home Alone and providing our commentary on it. So what we'd like to do in order for you to sync up your audio with the actual movie, we invite you to press play on your DVD player right now and get through the 20th Century Fox fanfare. As soon as that's over, you're going to press pause and wait for us. We'll give you just a few moments to get situated on your DVD players or, gosh, heaven forbid, your VHSs. But wouldn't that be a major throwback? So, Gretchen, it's my understanding that this is your very first time watching Home Alone.
That is true. This will be my first experience with the film.
How in the world is that possible?
I don't know. Somehow it never came up. We're a big Elf family. We watch Elf every year in my house. So Home Alone was never really on the docket.
Is Home Alone even a TV staple? I don't know.
No, it's never.
Can't really call it that.
I think it's on like ABC Family airs it every year, but somehow it never aligned with when I was watching the television. So I never caught it on TV. We didn't own it. And now it's not on Netflix, so I really had to go out of my way to watch it just for this commentary.
Well, we're glad you are.
So it's safe to say that you haven't seen the sequel either.
No, I have not seen it. Is that called Lost in New York City or something?
Yeah, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Yeah.
That sounds great. I'd rather watch that, but I guess we can start with this one.
We can. And hey, depending on how this one goes, we might do the second one as well.
Oh, we've got to do that one. It has a very special guest in it, you know.
Oh,
ooh,
absolutely.
Daniel Radcliffe?
No, far worse.
Oh, no.
More on the Voldemort side, I would say.
Yeah, a little bit. Anyway, we hope that everybody is at the very beginning of the movie. Right now, we're at just the black screen in between the Fox fanfare and the beginning of the movie here. So for everybody at home, on the count of 3, I will say play. 1, 2, 3, play. And you guys will press play. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, play.
John Hughes production.
I love this music, and it's one of the staples of the movie. Yeah.
Do you know about all the people behind this? Yeah, we just saw Chris Columbus's name there. Harry Potter 1 and 2.
Well, I knew Chris Columbus because I knew that him working with kids in this was a big factor in him getting Sorcerer's Stone. And I knew John Williams because John Williams, but I did not know John Hughes.
Yeah. He
wrote this, right?
Yeah, so the movie was, of course, directed by Chris Columbus, written by John Hughes in just 9 days after a bout of traveler's anxiety. As we're going through the cast here, you might recognize some of these names. Joe Pesci, John Hurd, Daniel Stern, Catherine O'Hara, Robert Blossom.
O'Hara, yes.
All that other stuff. Yeah, John Candy, even.
John Candy,
wow.
Yes. A bit part for him a little bit later, yeah.
The distributor was 20th Century Fox. It is rated PG. Runtime of about 1 hour and 45 minutes, and was released November 16th, 1990. What else was released November 16th?
I don't know.
Wasn't it Sorcerer's Stone? Or something like that?
Fantastic Beasts?
Yeah.
Like all of them, yeah.
Right. So
yeah.
It grossed $285 million in the United States. Worldwide, it was $476.7 million.
Yeah. It was a huge commercial success. And there's Joe Pesci.
Trying to get the attention. This cop standing in the middle of the house trying to get the attention of these people, and nobody, it's funny.
Catherine O'Hara, one of my favorite comedians.
I love her.
She's hysterical.
Yep.
She looks so young. He looks so young.
What a little smart aleck, right?
The sass.
There's John Hurd. He just died last year.
He did, yeah.
Hmm.
He has been in a lot of things. He's been a long time working actor,
Mm-hmm.
and he had movies and roles in TV right through the end of his life.
Yeah, he
Most
sure
notably, I found him to be great as the likable drunk guy in the movie Sharknado.
did.
I'm
Classic.
dead serious. He was great. He was great in that. And another strange connection. He was in the movie Radio Flyer, which featured a young Elijah Wood from Lord of the Rings, of course,
Oh, that's right.
opposite the kid who was in Jurassic Park. But Elijah Wood, in turn, starred opposite Macaulay Culkin just 3 years after Home Alone in the psychological thriller The Good Son.
Mm-hmm.
Never packed a suitcase once in my whole life. Why are there so many children here? Who are these children?
So it's the family.
It's the
Like all of them?
Uh-huh, yeah.
McAllister family and like cousins, I think.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
there's like one of the adult siblings and their children there too.
yeah.
Hmm.
That's why there's so many.
I'm living alone.
Oh, this kid he's talking to,
Uh-huh.
does he not have some Harry Potter glasses going on there?
Yes,
That-
it is Daniel Radcliffe. You're right. A bit old, but it's fine.
That was the style in the 90s. I think I had
Yeah.
roundish glasses.
Did you have this guy's very tall hair?
No, thank goodness.
Yeah, that's good.
They always gave bullies that kind of buzz cut look, and I hated it. So stay away.
I'm gonna geek out just a little bit, but I thought I saw a either a typewriter or an old school Apple computer on his desk. I don't know.
How evil. He salts the sidewalks.
Yep. It's just classic older brother terrorizing younger brother. I had an older brother.
It's true. I mean, look at Kevin's eyes. It's like, oh my god,
Yep, you believe that, of course.
mummies.
Maybe it's true.
And then the classic John Williams. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, it's great.
Love this guy.
He's drifting around the corner. Yeah, I love it.
Oh, okay. So here, look what it says on the side of the pizza.
Let's see.
Little Nero's
Right.
delivers in 20 minutes, or you don't pay. That's a direct reference to Domino's Pizza, which used to have their 30 minutes or less Guarantee.
I forgot about that. Doesn't the guy also look like the Little Caesars guy on the side of it?
Yeah, and that might be just a double play. Like they called it Little
Right.
Nero
Yeah.
because Little Caesars, but it's a reference to Domino's. And in fact, in the deleted scene, the pizza guy even says to Joe Pesci, right here, but they cut it out, that he said, "You're a witness. I was here in 30 minutes or less." So he said 30 by mistake. That's probably why they cut it.
Oh.
So it was such a common expression that for pizza at the time, 30 minutes or less.
That pizza is over $100 in the 90s?
Well, I mean, how many pizzas? Was
$122.50.
Could have been 12
12
pizzas there,
pizzas.
$10 pizza.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
$120.
I think that's what she
Okay.
says later on too.
That's reasonable, right? What a nice thing to do.
Stand in someone's home for a very long time and then just ask them about protection. Not weird at all.
You know, I just love how he just kind of like blows him off. He invites him too. He's like, "Hey, come on." So they're just both standing there. Yeah, they're totally drinking milk. Labeled
Yeah, she
Pepsi.
calls attention to milk, and yet Pepsi
10
is
pizzas times
emblazoned.
$12.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just said it.
Oh my God.
You're right. You have seen this a lot.
I was just legitimizing her logic.
This is horrible.
Pepsi plug.
Pepsi, and that's
It's a Pepsi
Macaulay's
commercial right there.
real life brother.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's his brother, Kieran, I think.
Kieran Culkin. Yeah, that's his real life brother. So, in case you missed it, they're arguing because there's not any more plain pizza left, and that's what he wanted.
Yeah,
Did either of you like or currently like plain cheese pizza?
No.
don't.
I
that's
do.
just- It's not pizza. That's just
I could
cheesy
eat it.
bread with sauce.
look, and what does he throw away? Kevin's ticket, right there.
Did he do that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, nice. Uncle, was it Uncle Frank?
Yeah, that's not. I mean, I don't know how I'd feel if somebody said that to my kid. You know, even if
Did
it
you
is a
hate
family
when you were
member.
younger, the feeling that everyone like was staring at you with terrible thoughts in their head, and this is actually happening.
oh, this is so sad. He's funny though. They don't
Yes.
like him, but he's funny.
He is, yeah. And the pizza guy's still there.
He's not leaving those 122.50. That's for sure.
So I caught this. You know, like I said, I probably watched this like 9,000 times since 1990. And she says he's giving us all a trip to Paris so we can be together. So it's not them paying for it. It's the guy in Paris that's paying for it all.
Right.
And I know there's been this discussion online where people are like, well, what does Kevin's dad do that he can afford this trip for like all these people? You know,
That's a good point. It's a nice house though too.
right?
yeah,
all-
it is.
It's all Christmassy. Look at the wallpaper,
Mhm.
you know, that little
I have
table.
a theory. I don't think he was actually a cop.
Joe Pesci?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think he's a bad guy. It's just a
I
theory.
liked how when she said they were going to Paris, the word choice he used. He said, excellent, excellent.
Yeah.
Oh,
Eek. God.
So on point.
Yeah. Yikes.
What flag is that above him?
I was just wondering that.
I've seen that, and I know I should know what it is.
Oh my gosh.
Is it a country flag?
Is that like a Middle Eastern flag?
I feel like it is, and I feel terrible for not knowing what country it is. Furious comments are being written right now.
You know, I wish that Eric was on here, because this house is not too far from where he is in Chicago right now. It's actually in Winnetka. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Winnetka?
Winnetka. There you go.
I think so.
Just north of Chicago. Yeah, and
Yep.
I've been to Chicago, you know, many times, and I wanted nothing more than go to this house, but I want to see it when it's snowing.
Yeah, you got it.
It's got to create the
It has to
illusion
have
of magic.
Christmas decorations up.
Yeah.
So, did you see what happened? They lost power overnight,
Yeah.
and everything's getting fixed. And the airport vans are here, and
Their alarms didn't go off because they don't have cell phones.
Ah.
oh, good catch.
Oh no. Their house is absolutely enormous from the outside and the inside.
You know, whenever my
That's-
wife gets ready for work in
That's
the morning, I play
absolutely a
this song.
generational thing. I just realized what you said. Like, when I was young, I had an alarm clock, and then, of course, now we use our phones.
Right.
I
And
have
that's
an alarm
why,
clock in my room, but I never use the alarm on it.
right, when people are like, don't forget to set your clocks back, I'm like, I don't care. I have a cell phone. It does it for me.
Well, but your oven, your microwave.
Yeah, I'll fix that later once my phone is the right time. Was that the same scene again? It
Could be.
looked exactly the same.
Oh yeah, who is this kid? He's some neighbor kid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just harassing the driver. Ever taken a airport van to the airport? I have.
I have never.
Not
Nope.
a personal one that you fill yourself, but like they stuck me in like sardines with a bunch of strangers.
Ugh.
It was interesting. It was in Los Angeles, yeah. Wait, who's that actress? I'm sure she would have been in the credits if she was who I thought she was.
An international flight leaves in 45 minutes. Oh, they'll be fine.
Another good catch. Pre 9/11.
Trigger
True.
here from people from Friends will know this guy is Trigger.
Yes.
Off they go.
You know, this movie, two things about, okay, one, this scene, I've done this before. I've actually run through it here.
I have run through an
to
airport
get-
as well.
To get through my
Oh,
last, to
really?
get to the very last gate, which was
Yep.
interesting.
Isn't that just a slap in the face when you're running late and it's the last gate at the far end of the airport? You're
Yeah.
like, come on.
Yeah. And it kind of makes me wonder, how did they shoot this? You know, because O'Hare is always bustling with people, and you can't necessarily shut a terminal down to film a movie.
They probably didn't. I'm sure procedures were much more lax before 9/11 about
I mean,
how
these
to film.
they're running down the
airports.
jetway here. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Oh, yes.
This guy, he's too much for me.
Mm-hmm.
Hope we didn't forget anything.
No,
Famous
I'm sure they
stars.
didn't.
Well, he must have had a wild night for his hair to look like that.
Yep, just tossing and turning. I wish they were gone. I wish they were gone. I wish they were gone. That worked.
Well, can you imagine being like, 9 years old and doing that or something like that and just be like, whoa, what happened?
Scary.
So much wallpaper. It's kind of hurting my eyes.
It's all Christmassy too. Look at the pots and pans. Look at the countertops.
Yes.
You know, I can't unsee this now.
It's very pretty.
That
what is that Miracle on 34th Street he just turned out? Or no, It's a Wonderful Life, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's the first time that we see it in this movie.
He's like suspiciously quiet. Oh, because isn't It's a Wonderful Life about what if, like?
Yeah, that's what I was just.
What if you had no family? You know?
Right. What if it came true?
Yeah.
It's like.
Put them in your.
Does anybody have a relative in their family that's just like this guy? I feel like we all must have.
I didn't have a relative, but I had a friend who would slide all sorts of restaurant items into his pants or whatever, like plates, serving dishes, condiment receptacles.
Tell they really left in a hurry, huh?
Yeah. Bliss by day.
It's Aragog. Look, another Potter reference.
So, a lot of people think this is Macaulay Culkin's first movie, but it is not.
Right.
He was in, I believe, just a year earlier. Yeah, filmed January 1989 with John Candy, who's in this movie. Written by John Hughes. Movie Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck, yeah.
Yep.
And I specifically remember John Hughes saying that he wrote this film for Macaulay Culkin.
Yes, and in the making of, he says that, Chris Columbus says that John Hughes basically said, here's Macaulay, he's perfect for the role, let's just use him. And Chris didn't want to because he just used him, or he just, was used in Uncle Buck. And they wanted a fresh face, but it turned out he was the best choice. Rest is history, as they say.
His acting is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
What?
Now he's going to sit down and do some reasoning. It's going through like a 9-year-old's mind at this point.
If they're not here and the cars are still here, then they're gone. Oh.
It's like, yep. That's what happened.
Direct address to the camera.
Office style, right?
And cue the John Hughes montage.
Yes.
Of which this is one of several in the movie. But that's okay.
I was like, how does he have like all
that was
this
in the trailer,
energy?
that scene right there when he threw me up in the hallway. I remember every commercial had that in it. So it was such a wild movie. Toss.
I actually
Not interested.
I had that
Sickening.
truck on the back of that magazine.
Does he Junior Mints in there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love that candy.
me too.
It's like the. It's like.
Oh, that's rude.
It's like the poor
He
man's
is
York.
too young to say that.
That's great.
Woof.
It's wonderful. Uh-oh. You know, whenever I saw this movie being like, what, maybe, I don't know, 6 years old at the time, I always wanted to try this. That's probably why I didn't get a BB gun until I turned to like 25 or something. And then I can do it. I know, right?
Wow.
Even the
5 for
spatula.
5. And of course, what would you do if you were a kid and they had all the makings of ice cream sundaes? I'd make a huge.
So this little short film, shout out to Bruce Springsteen, the VHS right there, awesome. But this was shot specifically for the movie.
Yeah. Who is it? We'll let Gretchen listen because it's actually important.
Watching rubbish.
What is that? Frito-Lay's Crunch Taters? That's a failed product. If ever I saw one. I don't even remember that.
Mm-mm.
But Pepsi's still there.
Oh, I know this. He quotes this later.
Yeah. That's
Yes.
a classic clip.
Yes.
He's enthralled. 1, 2, 10. Oh no! It's like the worst thing he's ever seen on TV.
Right.
Ridiculous. So scary. No blood or anything.
Yeah.
Oh,
When you're a kid,
wait.
imagination is all can be as terrifying as anything.
Huh. Oh, wait. Let me check my purse. I think I forgot something.
It's like, too big.
Is my son in here? No?
In here.
You know, for years, I thought he was always wearing a bathrobe. In this scene, now I see it's a sweater.
Just a casual jacket, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very comfortable. I'm the husband. I take care of the things.
And he's right, they didn't.
I would freak out if I didn't close the garage and I was going to Europe. I mean,
Yeah.
he's like,
kind of
no
a
big
big
deal, you know?
Then you have to worry about, is the interior door locked?
Right.
Ah, that's what it was.
Oh, my son. Right.
You know, and I always wanted to try this too. I feel like half of the
Yes,
stuff I wanted to
because
do
of
as a
this movie,
kid
actually.
was just because of the movie, yeah.
Yeah. And now you can see this all you want on YouTube, of course.
You know,
Or before that, America's Funniest Home Videos.
exactly.
That's where the action really was, before YouTube.
Yeah, let me give you some water.
Ooh, it looks like Privet Drive a little bit.
No
those
joke.
Street lamps.
Expect Dumbledore to apparate right in the middle of the street.
They need a street darkener like Dumbledore's. Oh,
You
I
know,
love
this is kind of impressive.
It is. Now Gretchen understands why he was dressed like a police officer.
I get it now.
Gretchen, I think your theory might be correct.
I think so too.
How fun would that be? It's like magic. Very G. Was that a saying back then?
I don't know.
No, I'm gonna guess no.
Stop trying to make fetch happen. Not going to happen.
This dude's like toys, VCRs, and then this dude's like jewelry, odd market securities.
It's got it all. Ooh. A classic within a modern classic now. It's kind of interesting.
Mr.
More Pepsi there.
Grinch.
Another Pepsi. I think Pepsi might have paid for placement.
God, he ate a lot of stuff for a kid.
Yeah, that was a lot of ice cream. I would have gotten a upset tummy.
Definitely.
But I love maraschino cherries. I saw some of those when he had them out. They're basically like candied cherries. It's like double sweet.
Mm-hmm. And so nobody notices this van pulling in at night and backing into somebody's.
No, because remember, like 5 people on the same street are gone.
Oh, that's
so there's
right.
like nobody around.
Yeah, that's right. I remember you saying. I remember him
like,
saying that.
It's actually brilliant. They have a brilliant plan, except the fact that Kevin's home.
I would have gotten away with it. It wasn't for you kids.
So, okay, we obviously know Joe Pesci. We've seen him already.
Mm-hmm. You guys ever seen the show called
Just
The
wait
Wonder
for the
Years?
John Williams music. What?
You guys ever seen the show called The Wonder Years?
Oh, yeah.
So
This would be a good one of my
Daniel
favorites.
Stern is actually the voice of adult Kevin that we hear the voiceover in every single episode.
Every episode, yeah,
every
that's
episode,
right.
yeah.
This movie had a lot of good pieces put together, and that's why it ended up being such a great final product.
Yeah.
Joe Pesci, this is unbelievable. We're gonna have to wait for the music now for John Williams. Hold on.
It's so good.
I've
I
run
know.
through the Paris airport too. In fact, just recently.
Oh, title of the
name
movie.
of the movie.
Name of the movie. Everybody drink.
Yeah. So, Joe Pesci, right before this movie, 2 months before actually, he was in Martin Scorsese's Goodfellas. He
Yes.
filmed that in mid-1999. It was released September 1990. Home Alone was released November 1990.
Yeah.
Goodfellas, according to Wikipedia, is often cited as one of the greatest films of all time, and Pesci won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for that movie. So it was right before Home Alone came out. Can you believe that?
That's crazy.
For which he also won an Academy Award. Right?
Where'd you get that
Not quite.
information? I'm not going to double check that.
The
Shovel
Slayer.
Shovel Slayer.
Yeah.
Come on, Jeff. It's the
Sorry.
Shovel Slayer.
Yeah, sorry.
This poor guy.
Another running and screaming scene.
And he doesn't even bother to lock the door, you know, he's just like,
Did he not lock the door? Oh,
No.
no, of course. The blankets is 100% security. Didn't you know that?
yeah. Oh, yeah, totally.
Oh, this is so good.
Oh, Home Alone. That's twice. Family crisis intervention. I'm a social worker. I can tell you that is not who would be called. Definitely not.
Not this guy? No. He's really good too. Listen.
Sergeant Balzac. Home Alone!
Ah! Donut on the phone.
Oh,
There it is
four.
again. There must be a drinking game for this movie.
Oh,
Obviously.
for sure.
Mr. Heckles from Friends as well. See? A bunch of Friends
Oh.
references.
His name really is Balzac, isn't it? It's hiding behind Santa, but that's kind of the joke, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're hiding it in a kids' movie.
Nobody has a cell phone.
No.
We used your phone book and
Wait.
called everyone on your street. No one's there.
That's true.
Oh, 5.
Oh.
Are you just
Yeah,
going to
there you
keep track
go.
of that?
There. That's exactly what
You're going to keep track of every time somebody says Home Alone.
I am. I'm on it.
I didn't realize how many times.
I didn't either.
I feel like that's it. That's just that scene. That's my guess.
It needs to be some sort of drinking game.
So some more actor trivia for you. Catherine O'Hara, the mother, brilliant comedic actress. I love her. She started as a member of Second City, the very famous comedy troupe in Toronto, that branch. And later was on this very famous show SCTV. Probably best known for this movie and Beetlejuice.
Yeah, that's right.
And she was with also many roles with director-writer Christopher Guest, which they were like these mockumentary films that are really funny.
That's what I always associate her with. Waiting for Guffman.
Yes.
Best in
Best
Show.
in Show the Dogs. That is so good.
So good. I'm sorry, we don't give private planes to families.
She was later nominated for an Emmy for portraying the aunt of Temple Grandin on that HBO movie. And now she stars in Netflix's Schitt's Creek, which was renewed this year for a 5th season, which starts next month, January 2019.
That's a
she's
funny
still
show.
working. Yeah, I watched many of it. It's really funny. Which it stars one of her comedy partners from that troupe we just mentioned. What's that guy with the funny mustache and eyebrows? You know what I'm talking about.
Yep, I do.
I can't think of his name though.
Oh no, it's gonna drive me insane.
Funny little fact here that, of course, the cast members, some of them still talk to each other. And Macaulay Culkin, this was as of 2014, in an interview that he gave, still refers to Catherine O'Hara as Mom.
Isn't that sweet?
Yeah.
Eugene Levy is who it is.
Eugene Levy, yeah.
Yeah. Why is he talking to himself so much?
That's all you can do when you're alone.
I guess when you're home
That was
alone.
the famous aftershave scene.
It shouldn't burn unless he shaved.
I know, that doesn't make sense, does it?
Plot hole.
I've always wanted to do this, but I've never had a bigger brother. Brother's room.
I've never had a bigger brother with 6 shelves on his wall either.
That's crazy. It's a large amount of shelves.
Head on, apply yours directly to the forehead.
Oh, that was a dummy right there. That was not a child or a stunt double.
Was it the
I guess it's-
spider on
I'm going to have to slow that
shelf
down next
somewhere?
time.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, spider was on the shelf.
No.
Not no
All
more.
right, I got the money though.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh,
Right.
I don't like spiders.
Me neither, actually. Actually, my policy is they're fine if they're not visible, because I know they're there. And they actually take care of all the other little bugs in your house, so they're great, actually.
Right. I just don't want to see them.
Then,
Exactly.
yeah.
They just don't
If I
stay
see
there.
them, they're in jeopardy of going away.
The foot.
Wow, he's just. I love the crowbar. He's just scooping things up. Oh, they're in one of the neighbor houses, aren't they?
Yeah, they're in the house across the
Mhm.
street.
Yeah.
Whatever family Kevin just said that he thought was gone.
The Murphys.
Oh, look at that toy he has.
Yes.
That looks expensive too.
Silver. What is silver tuna?
It's
Silver tuna
big
tonight, huh?
G, man.
It's
Or
G.
whatever.
Cheap. Or whatever, yeah.
Oh. Okay. Sure. What a nerd.
I feel like
I
this
love
is a
looking for
question.
old products in shows.
This is like a question that Gretchen would ask, I feel.
Is this toothbrush approved by
Alright,
the
price
American
check.
Dental Association? No, I don't think I can get it. Well, I do that with chocolate. I look for like fair trade chocolate.
Yeah,
But...
there you go.
Whoa, nice boots.
Right.
Yeah, you picked them up at Aeropostale.
Mm.
Why didn't she just like lie to him? Like, yeah, this is, yeah, sure, kid, whatever.
I love this part in his face. It's perfect. Ooh.
Why didn't you say something to him like, hi, kid, how you doing, or something like that?
Yeah.
Instead, you're just looking at him.
Uh-oh.
He stole a 50-cent
Superman to the
toothbrush.
rescue! I swear it looked like he was about to change into a Superman uniform.
Hubbard Woods Pharmacy. I'm gonna try to find that.
Shoplifter. So he just drops the
Yeah, he drops
whatever he
everything.
just
Yeah,
pulled
drops
over
the ticket,
there
right?
to get some 8-year-old who probably stole a candy bar.
But actually took a toothbrush. He's just trying to brush his teeth.
That's the irony. Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah. There's a name for that kind of movie trope, right? Where the protagonist has pretty much superhuman abilities and nobody questions it.
The Avengers.
Oh, like in every movie where
Oh,
the hero is just allowed to do things that are just
Yeah,
ridiculous.
that's called plot armor.
Okay.
ah,
Interesting.
Aw.
A criminal, he says.
poor kid.
It doesn't even know if it's ADA certified. Could be a counterfeit toothbrush, and he stole it.
You know, I'd be pissed if somebody did that to my house. Whenever
Yeah.
after they robbed
that
it,
would
rob me,
cause
but don't
much
destroy the infrastructure,
damage.
please. We didn't make out with like a VCR or something like that. Is that a DVD player?
Yeah.
You know, it's funny that you mention that Joe Pesci did the Goodfellas, because in that movie he has like no filter on his mouth. Well, Chris
Right.
Columbus said, no, you've got to have a filter. So he replaced the F word with, and you'll hear this throughout the movie, like fridge. Fridge is what he uses.
Friggin' and
Yeah.
friggin', yeah. That movie he had a real potty mouth in that movie.
Yeah.
So
You know, he's almost hit by Dodge. It's ironic.
Yeah.
I love that he nods like that's good advice. Yeah, you're right. I'll remember
The
that.
Shining Tooth again. OK Plumbing. I love that. The name of their fake outfit.
You know, something tells me that's not their van either. Just a hunch.
No, I think they made it for their sting operation or whatever.
Oh, get this too. Chris Columbus said that after a failed screen test, which means they had already cast the guy opposite Joe Pesci's, they let him go and hired Daniel Stern instead.
De Niro, right?
I don't know about that. But apparently, whoever they first hired to play opposite Joe Pesci, they didn't have the chemistry that these two have. And thank goodness, because I'd call this one of the greatest bumbling duos of cinematic history. And in fact, Stern later said, Home Alone is the most special movie I've ever been in. John Williams.
Classic John Williams, yeah.
I'm just realizing this movie has nothing to do with Christmas, does it?
Well, I mean, it's Christmas time.
Like,
yeah.
Not really.
Set during Christmas. Yeah, that's basically it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Kind of.
It could easily have been set in the summer, I guess. But then it would have been like a... What is that? Oh, those terrible movies. Dennis the Menace.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I would feel more like that.
I like that this nativity scene has pine trees.
That's good.
Even though
well, I see
that's not
it's
what
Chicago,
Jesus
okay.
would have had.
Wait.
There were already trees around it, real trees, and they took cardboard trees and put them in the nativity that is in a different country.
It's called a Christmas tree.
You know, they must have one hell of an electric bill. All the lights on.
They're like, wait, what?
Huh? How do you think he's doing it, Gretchen?
Oh, that is not what I thought, but that makes sense.
That's Michael Jordan.
See, and it like it explains maybe what these families do for like a living. Like maybe the mom is like some sort of fashionista to where she has mannequins
PR
lying
or
around.
something.
Yeah.
They have such a weird variety of things, it seems like.
Yeah, very eclectic.
Yeah.
Now, another plot armor or plot hole, whatever you want to call it. How long has he been dancing like that just for them to pull up for those 30 seconds?
Right.
And then drive away?
Probably about 2 hours.
They're gone. Okay, I can stop.
Oh, I knew it.
Like, I knew it. I knew they were going to be right then, right there. Oh, well. Fun to poke holes, but en français. Oh, right, they're in Paris.
In their chateau in Paris.
Sorry, but what kid likes shrimp cocktail? I didn't. I was quite a bit older. Or maybe we weren't rich enough to try it until I was older.
We were the poor kids.
We didn't have shrimp cocktail.
Shrimp cocktail growing up, so
we had fruit cocktail.
Yeah, right.
From a can.
From a can.
We walked there to get it.
With the can with those terrible cherries that just
Yeah.
barely
Yes.
taste like cherries.
And we fought over who got to drink the syrup.
Yeah. I saw a commercial recently for Sunny D. Remember that stuff?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, kids drink that down here like water.
It was the new
I love
OJ, but it was
Yeah.
not even. It was like 2% juice, maybe.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of sugar water.
Two.
A2
And D.
and D. Did you hear that? What did you just say about? Was that about America?
Yeah, we live on the most boring street in the United States of America.
Oh, the boring street.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were just talking about America in general.
You know, this is an iron statue here. I can't help but think like these vehicles are like getting pretty
banged
dinged up.
Yeah, be taking some damage.
Oh yeah, it's the back door.
I love this part.
Classic. He's using a soundboard before that even existed.
He's so good. Sir.
Perfect.
But then he still pays him, so what was the point of the video? So he wouldn't have to tip?
I don't know.
So you could
Left
have
him a
it back.
20-cent tip.
Keep the chick.
This poor guy, man.
I assume he has a really good audio system for that to be believable.
Yeah.
Which is believable because they have a very nice house.
Well, did you see the two big speakers sitting on the countertop?
There you go. Little Nero's. We're gonna have to look up. Maybe Little Nero's is real in Chicago.
I don't think so, because the trivia said it was supposed to be a spoof on Little Caesars.
Yeah.
Oh, the trivia actually said that.
Yeah. That's a great line. Come on, Irene. That sounds similar to something else.
This dude looks like the guy off of the front of the oatmeal box.
Wilford Brimley.
Is that Wilford Brimley?
No, it's not, but it does look like him.
My name is Wilford Brimley, and I have diabetes. Yep.
Now eat my oatmeal. Well, yeah. So wait, she just bought a ticket back to Chicago, right?
Yeah. Well, to get back into the States. I think it was to Dallas, which we'll learn later on.
Yeah.
Johnny Carson, still hosting The Tonight Show.
Yep.
Aw. He's a little lonely.
Yeah.
I love how he looks around and then gives him a kiss. And
Is
then,
that the first hint of Somewhere in My Memory that we just got from John Williams?
no.
That song, by the way. Oh, yeah, this...
I think, yeah, no, it was totally Somewhere in My
won,
Memory.
Right? Was it nominated or did it win? It was nominated.
Yeah. Actually,
Best music for the entire from the movie, and then Best Original Song, too.
Mhm.
Wow.
For a song that you'll hear later, which is lovely. It's on one of my self-made Christmas albums because it's so good.
you know, a lot of my Christmas music that I come to appreciate have come from this movie. You know, like...
It's funny because Gretchen was just like, is this really a Christmas movie?
yeah.
And it really isn't, but it is.
There is the
Exactly.
Christmas music and the Christmas feels.
I mean, I think it is very much intended to be a Christmas movie.
Look at the
Christmas spirit.
1980s supermarket.
That everything was way cheaper.
Yeah.
That milk is about the same. That was a little bit cheaper, but that's surprising how close it is.
$1.14?
It looked like for a half gallon.
Oh,
And
okay.
That's $1.99 now for me, which is not that much more.
Tropicana.
Yeah.
What?
Big Wonder
Kraft.
Bread.
Wonder Bread. Tide.
What's the orange juice? I missed it.
Just a little commercial right here.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Well, she still has to scan it. I mean, it's like, hold on.
Got her.
Nice.
Can't do anything now. Wow, those bags are empty. There's not orange juice in there.
Oh, yeah, there is. I see it.
Yeah, the empty carton.
Oh,
that's a lot. Oh,
he's doing great. He's doing great. Good job.
You know, they've been gone for like a day. I don't think he really has to do laundry.
Right, that's true. Oh, the terrible basement.
The fear that he has to overcome in this movie. One of the fears he has to overcome.
I love how comically ridiculous, monstrous they made it look with the vents coming out of it are so tentacle-like.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like they would never build it like that.
Now?
Here's another tidbit that would have changed everything. John Williams wasn't originally planned to score this movie.
Oh, that would have been horrible.
Oh, he's using the soundboard again.
It's like, what the heck's going on in here?
But yet the original composer dropped out due to scheduling.
Oh.
Of all things. It was a total chance.
You know, fun fact, the kitchen was built on a soundstage.
The kitchen?
Yeah. Kitchen was built on a soundstage.
That's it?
That's it.
A lot of it was filmed in the real house, but then, yeah, they did a big soundstage for a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
Worked again. And I saw the big speakers this time.
I'd be pissed if he did that to my pots and pans.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And the kitchen.
How did that even happen? What just happened?
I remember him picking up from Buzz's room.
Yeah, the firecrackers.
Those firecrackers.
It's like, cool, firecrackers. I'll save these for later.
Yep. So I got blown away.
Snakes. Snakes.
Snakes. So I don't know if this is their first movie together, but Chris Columbus and John Williams have done 5 or 6 now, or maybe more.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Columbus has called John Williams the greatest living composer, and I would agree with that.
Oh yeah, by far. I mean, you think about most of the iconic pieces of
our
music
lifetimes.
and film. Yeah, in our entire
Jurassic Park, Schindler's List,
Jaws. Yeah, Star Wars,
Harry Potter, Star Wars. Yeah, I mean, it just goes on and on. Superman.
I think this was their first collaboration, if I'm remembering correctly, because I think once that other guy dropped out, Williams was recommended.
Yep.
I'm not sure if by that person who dropped out or by somebody else, but I think that's how it happened.
Imagine that. What if that was what if John Williams hadn't done Harry Potter because Chris Columbus, they didn't meet for this?
I don't want to live in that world.
I know, it's crazy. It's funny because Chris Columbus actually prides this movie as being timeless, which I mean, we've been commenting about the datedness of some things, but he said in particular that when we're old and none of us are embarrassed by it.
Right.
And I don't think he could be embarrassed by this. It's now a modern classic.
Right.
And there's John Candy.
Yes.
Space Dolls the Flamethrower.
In Uncle Buck, is he Gus? Or is he...
what's his name? Gus something.
Polinsky?
I have it here.
Pulaski? Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Polka, polka, polka.
She's like, what the hell is this guy?
These are songs. Oh, okay.
Sheboygan.
Sheboygan. You know, all of John Candy's scenes and this entire crew were shot in 23 hours. All in one.
All of his scenes. Huh?
Yeah, all in one take. I mean, not one take, but like in one shot, one day.
One day, basically.
Yeah.
Well, was there any particular reason for that, or?
I have no idea. I guess that maybe it was one of the last things that was filmed for the movie, and they kind of had to rush it out. I don't know.
Just don't know, like, if John Candy was doing movies back then, like a lot more than he did near the end.
Yeah.
He was just scheduling. So now we're gonna soon we're gonna get into the what would I call it, the slapstick half of the movie.
Yeah,
yes.
But it's great. It's some of the best you'll see in anything.
He really does decorate this tree beautifully.
Brilliant. Using it as a don't let him know you're there.
Yes, pretend Dad's here. Uh-oh, they know your trick now.
Dad, can you come in and help me?
6.
I lost count already. I'm so glad that you're keeping count. You know,
I
another
think they're talking very loudly.
Oh, what's that movie he was in? Daniel Stern. It was like Up a Creek or something. You know what I'm talking about?
Schitt's Creek,
No, was it?
like
Without a paddle.
Is that it? Is that the one?
No,
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
It was. It's close. It's something like that where
no,
he
yeah,
leads this
Schitt's Creek.
ragtag bunch of kids that in the wild or something, and it turned out to be much funnier than I was expecting.
It's probably not the one I said then.
Hey,
I've seen Without a Paddle too. That's with Dax Shepard, right?
Let me just jump in the back of this truck with these guys with the instruments. In the back of this white budget truck. This is so pretty. I love it.
There's a whole town in Michigan that's all Christmas oriented all year round.
That's cute.
Frankenmuth, I think. Yeah, cigarette.
I like the Harry Potter glasses on the Santa.
Mm-hmm.
Santa's like, what the heck? You mean your family?
If he has time, my Uncle Frank.
Tic Tacs.
Tic Tacs. I could name like 10 products now that were in this movie.
Yep.
And that's what they wanted.
All right, guys. The moral of this scene: don't buy a Honda.
Which is ironic because now they're very
very reliable, right?
Reliable cars.
I know.
Yeah.
I say that as I drive a Honda myself.
Yeah. My very first car was a Honda Accord. Very old used one. The music.
I love
Somewhere
this
in my
music.
memory.
Yeah. This music is amazing. I can't help but, get a little emotional hearing music like this. Specifically this particular song. And I don't know if it's
I know.
I don't know if it's because
That
this
was
movie
lovely.
like holds like a special place in my heart, which it always does, but there's just something magical about like all of John Williams' music. It just puts you in
I know.
the movie. It puts you in the scene, in the moment, and you're not only going through what these characters are going through, but you're feeling what these characters are feeling.
That's what I've always loved about John Williams' music is you can listen to it by itself and you're right back in the movie in
Still
your head.
visualize
you can visualize it
Yeah.
perfectly. And I think that's a strong
this is one of my favorite renditions of "Oh Holy Night" ever.
Sorry, I lost track because the music was so nice.
Not a very well attended mass, though.
Well,
I know, for such a nice arrangement.
I don't think it's mass.
Then what would it be?
I don't know, like practice.
Maybe.
Yeah, isn't this like Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve. Yeah.
Oh, it's Christmas Eve. It would be midnight
It would
mass.
be packed, wouldn't it?
Well, it's not
Yeah.
midnight.
This town's really not religious, I guess. Even though they have a fabulous church.
They do. It's so beautiful.
And I guess it must be like 8 o'clock since the guys are coming at 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe it is just the rehearsal before the big show.
It is. Yeah. Look who it is.
Uh-oh.
What? What?
What's he doing here? Oh, shh. No, don't go over here. Don't go
Believe in
over here.
God
Please
too.
don't come over. Please don't come over. Oh, no. It reminds me of Jim Henson.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
I think it's the beard. This is a great scene, though. I'm going to be quiet. Somehow this movie manages to be family, like lighthearted fun, and then we haven't gotten to the slapstick yet, but it's also very serious, too.
Yeah.
Listen.
Really shows the innocence of children right here and just how they open up to complete strangers. And obviously this guy, he's a really good guy. But, listen to how Kevin says his problems, and then this guy talks about his problems and how they kind of meet in the middle.
Yeah.
I think that confirms that this is, in fact, rehearsal. Mystery solved.
That's pretty sad.
That child's mind amazing.
Yeah.
The metaphors.
Yes.
Oh.
I can't imagine anyone but Macaulay Culkin in this role now.
I can't either.
He's great.
Like, it's
Yeah.
the perfect role for him.
Especially around the holidays. He talks like an adult.
Yeah. Except for that.
The music changes.
Yeah, bullies don't like birds. Oh, we're dinosaurs. Wow, losers.
He's like, all right, never mind about all the silliness.
He's like, I'm done with this. The music in the background just complements this so much more.
Oh, silver bells.
It's getting more Christmassy now that it's actually
Right.
Christmas Eve. I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
The music. Oh yeah, it becomes epic. That's right. It's like some Trans-Siberian Orchestra here, but it's John Williams, so it's like better.
Right.
Listen.
To all the bells, the classic John Williams things that you can hear. The chimes, the bells, the brass. Just the whole commanding tone.
I like how it's synchronized.
No, he just has a remote. He's, turning on the Wi-Fi as he walks by these houses. Or runs.
Oh yeah, this is the whole setting up the home defenses montage. Here we go. Oh, okay. So apparently, John Hughes wrote very explicitly and specifically these like traps, like in the script. These were all laid out perfectly, exactly how they are.
Yeah.
That's how detailed he was.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't just okay, scene after scene of ridiculous hijinks. No, he actually like planned it out.
Where did he get a thing of tar? Oh my god.
And like roofing and a huge ass rope.
So long.
You're like, oh my god, I wonder how this is going to play into it.
What is that glue? What kind of glue is that?
That's like, it looked like a caulk gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, there's.
But then it was glue.
Pillow, you can do that.
Gretchen, I really envy you right now for this is going to be your first time watching this sequence of events it's about to unfold.
Oh my god, I forgot.
Oh my god. I love it.
Classic.
I wish I could feel that feeling again.
I'm just gonna sit down to dinner.
I love how prompt these burglars are.
I know. Anyway, can you imagine anyone but Daniel Stern being in this scene, in these scenes?
I can't.
And he was a mistake, well, not a mistake, but they brought him on after.
Yeah.
It's incredible. All this fell together.
Yeah, just keep saying how stupid he is. That's gonna pay off for you.
Macaroni and cheese.
The people who sold it on sale.
And milk.
A wine glass full of milk.
That's too much dairy at once.
Yeah, a little bit. And like he can't even dig into it. He can't even take a bite. Me, I would be carrying the plate with me. I'd be like, you know what?
Scarf that down. You need some energy.
He should have planned better. He knew they were coming directly at 9.
Well, he was too busy discussing the subtleties of Christmas and birds and dinosaurs. And with
regret.
Yeah.
Kid stuff. I think half.
Good little fella.
Oh my god.
I think half of what's so good about this is the anticipation of knowing something bad's going to happen.
Yeah.
And...
So it's like, something that just got me. Let me stick my head in there. Oh, God.
After it's all over, I'll burst your bubble on how they did some of these stunts because they're ridiculous.
Oh, you mean he didn't just get shot in the head with a BB gun? Okay.
Ooh,
Ooh,
that one
nice
always got
pratfall
me.
there.
I'm terrified to this day, even when I was a kid, but even more so as I get older, of slipping and falling. That sounds like, I've fallen and I can't get up. But it's true. Like, it's just a real fear you have as you get older. Because your bones get more brittle as you get older.
Yeah, just a little bit. It gets harder to get up in the morning.
It's harder to bounce back from a fall like that.
Yeah.
That would have put you out.
I'd be like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, like, okay, let's take a break for today.
Froze very quickly. It must be quite cold.
I would imagine it is, yeah. Looks like me trying to get up.
I just realized the brilliance of the direction of this. They put them on both sides of the house so there can be constant action going back and forth. It's brilliant.
Right.
Who doesn't love slipping on ice? Brilliant.
Got it.
He was just prying into.
Oh.
He was prying into the frame a second ago, though. Oh, that's easy.
Like, wait, why was it left unlocked?
Music feels very Chamber of Secrets here.
Right.
Yeah. Oh. He said for that shot, which we barely saw for a second, they basically dropped a 300-pound camera toward his face.
Yeah, yeah.
See his head.
I vaguely remember that in the extra features.
That Santa in the wreath is really creepy.
Look at the door. You can see. Here comes the Indiana Jones.
Oh my gosh.
Ah! Indiana Jones it was the first one, right? Or is it the Lost Ark?
Yeah.
And he does the same thing too. Into the snow.
And those don't go away.
Yeah. They even have a monographed door handle. They are rich. Come on.
Right.
From McAllister.
Swanky.
Yeah, jeez. How could you not see that?
Oh, that's a bad idea.
Oh God!
Oh, no! Oh my gosh!
Ouch!
Oh,
Jesus!
Oh.
He doesn't care at that point. At that point, it's like
I hate that every time.
Yeah.
It's awful. He's like actually torturing these men. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is rated PG. It's for families.
All right, check the door. Check the door. Got it. Okay.
Oh God.
What? Oh my gosh.
I love it.
Again. There you go.
Good thing he's wearing a hat. His head's fine. Oh, just kidding.
Oh, that's.
I was like, or so you think.
He did sit there for quite a while. Oh man! Oh, now he's gonna be barefoot outside. That's freezing.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying.
I'm glad that happened.
Oh, don't touch it.
It's like they forget.
Yeah.
His head's still smoking.
Yeah, it's great.
He's like, oh, yeah, an open window. Sure.
Yeah.
And there's the glue.
Oh, that was that glue.
Yeah.
And that. Oh, yeah. Yep.
What a mess, though. Like all those feathers everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, there's a reason the window was open.
These morons never look down.
Oh my gosh.
God damn.
You know, this is wonderful acting here by Daniel. He, all of this stuff was made out of sugar, I believe. All that stuff he stepped on, yeah.
Yeah, those were all made of sugar, he said.
That was actually an improvised line from Kevin. I mean, from Macaulay. Like that wasn't in the script.
Thirsty for more.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, well then.
Why'd you hang up? Whoa. That sounds like
Ooh.
Harry Potter right there.
Ooh.
Scream.
You know, fun fact about the Scream. Whenever they filmed that, the spider was placed on his face. He could not scream. He was not allowed to scream. That scream was dubbed in
Right, because
after.
it would scare the spider.
Yes, exactly.
That's
In
so
the
funny.
making of, they said they actually surprised him. It was supposed to be animatronic, and they didn't like the screen test. So on the day of filming, they used a real spider. See, that's the fake one right there.
Yeah, I could tell that
And
one
it
was
looked
fake.
too fake, yeah. Especially on his face. So they used the real one
Right.
on his face.
Oh, poor guy.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ouch.
That was a crowbar to the ribs.
To
Yeah,
the
that
sternum,
would
man.
cause some damage.
Ow.
The spider's like, yeah, I've had enough adventures. Let me go back to the room.
Get that kid.
That's an adult.
Oh, you mean like at the end of
Oh, I never noticed that.
Sorcerer's Stone when Voldemort goes through Harry's body and he falls over? But it looks like Harry gained like 50 pounds.
Yes,
Really?
exactly.
I didn't notice that at all.
Oh my god, I notice that every time I watch it.
Always notice.
Oh,
that.
there's so much. I don't know
Yep.
why. But is it him? It might even be him. It looks.
It could be, and it just looked odd.
Yeah.
I always thought he said horse's ass in that scene, but he said, down here, you big horse's ass.
has got his hand branded, and yet somehow he can hold on to
It's
this
got a
rope.
hanky. See? Hanky. It's okay. Joe Pesci's stunt double describes getting lots of work for, quote, hard-hitting stunts after this movie, especially like car crashes and things where he was hit especially hard. Said he got a lot of work from it, though, from this movie.
These guys, man, I don't. I'm like, oh my god, I would give up. I'd be like, it's not even worth it anymore.
Yeah. We were talking about this being a modern classic and the cultural significance. When this came out, it held the #1 spot in the North American box office for 12 weekends in a row at the time.
Wow.
John Hughes, of course, also created the entire National Lampoon franchise.
Yeah.
All those. Oh, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time.
Which reminds me, I have yet to watch that this year. I need to make that a point.
Hey.
Uh-oh.
John Hughes was born and went to high school in Michigan, actually, before he moved to Chicago.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. That's child abuse, guys.
Look who it is.
Yeah, so there's weird boots.
So this is the only scene in which Macaulay Culkin actually got hurt in.
Oh.
Because he meant to bite down just a little bit, but he bit down a little harder.
Oh.
And it kind of hurt him.
Oh, yeah. Macaulay said in an interview much later that, and he even showed his finger, he said that he has a permanent
Scar.
bite, like tooth mark, where Joe Pesci bit him in the finger.
Yeah.
Wait, did he call them purposely to the wrong house?
Yes, he did. He said Murphy, and he said that house number.
Why?
Because I noticed. I was trying to figure it out the whole time.
Oh, wait.
So they wouldn't know he was home alone, I'm guessing.
It's like, Harold, my house is being robbed. My address is
That's
676
brilliant.
Lincoln Boulevard. My name's Murphy.
Yeah, I heard him say Murphy. I was like, oh, that's kind of
Yeah.
weird. Oh, yeah. The Wet Bandits.
We're the Wet Bandits.
Yeah. Giving them proof that they've done more than one job. So the person who greenlit this movie for 20th Century Fox, since again this was such a culturally touchstone like moment in cinematic history, that guy, I mean, we know of Chris Columbus went on to Harry Potter, everyone went on to great things. This guy went on to become the chairman of the Walt Disney Studios.
Wow.
That was like, well, remember, you said at the beginning of the show, Terrence, the budget for this film was $18 million.
Right.
And it made $476 million. That was just absurd for that time. For 1990,
Yeah.
that was absurd.
I wonder what that would be in today's dollars. I wonder if it cracked the billion mark, adjusted for inflation.
It was so much, apparently, that for 27 years, this movie held the record for the biggest single territory total of a live-action comedy. For 27 years, it held the record.
Wow.
That's insane.
You know, Chris Columbus actually wanted to film 2 sequels at the same time, right after the first Home Alone, because he didn't want Kevin to age that much. And,
yeah.
He also used that same technique when directing Harry Potter.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, that sounds awfully familiar. He
Yeah.
tried to do it again with Harry Potter. He wanted to do all 7 back to back. And when he finished number 2, he was like, I need a break. I'm done. Oh, wait, did they know there were 7 at the time?
No.
I don't know. I know he wanted to just film them all the ones that were out at the time, back to back, which I guess, wait, was that only the first 2?
Right. And, well, it was through Goblet of Fire that was out, the books at least.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
No, Goblet of Fire was summer of 2000, and Sorcerer's Stone was, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So yes, no, I think it was his intention to film them all back to back, or his desire, I should say.
This is how I want to visit that house with the snow falling and everything.
Yeah. But like you said at the beginning, he also did not want to make the same mistake. I mean, Macaulay Culkin, obviously very sweet kid. His parents, I guess, were just no-gooders, and
yeah, he
basically either poor investment or just spending. Basically, he didn't have much when he turned 18.
Yeah, Chris Columbus learned a lot directing this movie. He that valuable lesson of working, whenever you agree to work with a kid actor, you agree to work with their families. And
yes.
I am so glad that
he auditions the family now as much as he auditions the children that he's auditioning.
Exactly. And I'm so glad that he did that with Harry Potter, because they took extra care of those families.
Yeah. Like, it just made sense, because everyone knew. I mean, this was, again, Macaulay Culkin, Home Alone. Everyone knows the story. Like, he was, his funds were mismanaged. His relationship with his parents and I don't know if other family deteriorated, but yeah, Chris Columbus took that and decided that wasn't going to happen again with Harry Potter, and made sure that it didn't.
Now we're supposed to believe that he cleaned up this entire house by himself.
I'm glad you said something about that, and decorated.
Good point.
Too. Right.
And hung the stockings and decorated the tree.
Yeah.
And put on this adorable
Found
little
a matching
outfit.
red and green outfit.
Yeah,
Right.
So cute. Well, you got one family member back. That's the best Santa could do.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so disappointed.
It's not what he was looking for. This is
Mom,
what he was
I
looking
wanted
for.
everyone. Just kidding.
I really think that he was, deep down, he was just waiting for an apology.
They were jerks to him.
A little snot. Yeah, they were. He's mature for his age. What?
Santa did it!
All that snow. I hope it snows that heavy on real Christmas. There's no snow on the ground right now here.
We have nothing, yeah.
And it's at the time of recording this, what, 7 days to Christmas?
1 week till Christmas.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha, stupid wife.
Oh, God. You kill me, Gretchers. You kill me.
You went shopping?
All the essentials right there.
What a funny guy. What a great Christmas. He can't tie his shoes? That's not good.
In my opinion, the best part of the movie right here.
I forgot what happens. So this will be a surprise.
Just listen to it.
Oh, he's walking past the Nutcracker. That's my favorite thing for Christmas. tooth. Wait a minute.
Oh, his son.
Aw. And his SO, I guess. And their child.
The family.
Oh.
Yep. And the music. Oh, this
Yeah,
music kills
and
me.
the dewy-eyed child.
He's like, that's nice. Families reunited at Christmas. I did it.
I did it. Ah, John Williams really knows how to pull those strings, doesn't he?
God, I tell you. I'm tearing up over here.
Literally and figuratively.
That's a
Aw.
good one. Oh, he cleaned up everything but
Ah, he
Buzz's
didn't clean up.
room.
Yep. Well, I wouldn't do that for my brother either.
Yeah, whatever. What a movie.
I
Now,
love this
hold
movie.
on. I saw Mark Radcliffe's name here. and
Yeah,
I forgot to
First
look it up.
assistant
Is he
director.
the same producer for the Harry Potter
Yes.
films?
Yes,
But
he
not,
is.
not Dan no relation to Dan Radcliffe, which is
Right.
hilarious, I think. But Mark, is it the same exact Mark Radcliffe? That's the
It
producer.
is. I'm pretty positive.
Wow. See, another. This movie had everything. That's why it was so good.
So, Gretchen,
Like,
after your first viewing of this, and I'm sure you're going to try to make this a staple more around the holidays, and if I have to send you a copy of the film, I will. But what did you think?
I thought it was fun.
It was fun. Cute movie,
It was
right?
fun. The music is great. I want to listen to just the soundtrack and kind of get more of that in my ears. But it's basically exactly like what I thought it would be plot wise. Some clever lines in there that I enjoyed.
Do you think it holds up?
Sure. I mean, I don't have anything to compare it to, so I think.
Yeah,
It's a-
exactly. Like if you're your
it's
first
great.
viewing.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's.
you did you noticed the very obvious, missing no cell phones. What was the other telltale things that you saw?
Oh, I don't even remember, but it just is. It's got a classic feel to it. It's not anything where you're like, oh, that's stupid and that's dumb. It just feels very like classic and excellent.
This
Good
is
to hear, because I'm always curious about being an older gent who's seen. When you grow up with something, it comes nostalgia, and it may not actually be good, and you don't realize it because it's nostalgic for you. So
This
this is
feels
one of those
nostalgic
movies,
by
but
itself. Yeah, like it feels like it's even, I've never seen it before, but you know it, and I know some of the music and I know the basics of the plot. So even watching it, having never seen it before, it's like, oh yeah, I get this. It feels very like comforting and Christmassy and
yeah,
just nostalgic for sure.
this movie is. It used to be something that I watched year round, and while I can still probably watch it year round, I really appreciate it more around this time of the year. And I love it. I love everything about this movie. The corny lines, the acting, the throwback nostalgia, the music, it's just like the fact that it can still make me belly laugh after 30 or 27
Yeah.
years or something like that, 28 years. It's just one of those feel good movies that I try to watch around Christmas time only now. Like I won't watch it any other time of the year just because I want that feeling of nostalgia. I remember watching this with my parents growing up around this time of the year, and it just kind of holds that special feeling in your heart.
yeah. And I think in my head got Home Alone 2 and this one a little mixed up because this one's very like it feels quaint now. Like it's small. It's all it's in the house. That's it. The Home Alone 2 Lost in New York. He's very much out and about, and there's lots of different venues, so to speak.
Right. Well, we've hoped that you all have enjoyed this. We are to the end of the credits now, and we want to thank you for sticking with us through this commentary. I'm Terrence Pinkston.
I'm Gretchen Roche.
I'm Jeff Gillum.
And we'll see you next time for Home Alone 2. Bye-bye.